I was just thinking, I actually look really photogenic when the weather's good and we got nice lighting outside doing my shooting today. Yeah, it's just lovely. Like, just look at how lit everything is. You couldn't ask for better weather, really. But like, you know how shit the weather's been. Sorry to say, it has been really bad. Um, but no, I did some content today anyway. Like, gonna post it on my explicit sites later. Um, I don't know. Would you call it? What would you call it? Like, I'm normally walking around just me, like nobody else, because I just prefer that. Um, I did some training earlier. I had a really good workout. Really put the work in. Always go all in when it comes to it. But not that I like going out my way to go to the gym, but who does? But like, I've got nothing to prove. I've done all that. I put a call out video like earlier to Joey, just for something to do. It's like so bored. And at the end of the day, I said what I wanted to say, which was like, we probably would have a well good fight, but it's not going to get attention. Like, I get shunned. I can give a fuck, because when the time comes, like, I'm going to take over. And I don't mean in the boxing world, but like, I'm not scared to talk truth bombs. And when it comes to like the big stage and the platforms and all the rest of it, yeah, like, I'm one of them old dogs that like coming back from nowhere, yeah, and I've always been like that. The truth be told, like, I've never quit. I just do stuff in my own time, and if I had things going sweet, it would be too easy. And it's like, don't get me wrong, the things I've accomplished like are next level, but I don't go bragging about it. I know I say, oh yeah, I've got a ripped body, shredded, and bragging rights to that. But then at the end of the day, yeah, you got to work for it. If you don't work, you don't achieve nothing. You can either be an eagle or you can be a squirrel, if you get what I'm saying when I talk about the LGBTQ cliques and that. Strength and unity, yeah, my ass. Do you know what I mean? If you actually saw strength, there'd be private companies going around filling in the potholes, and there's people exposing all that stuff. But like, real talk, like, everybody's flexing like they're somebody when they're actually nobody. And it's like, even Andrew Tate said, like, all these nobodies and all the rest of it. Yeah, but like, if we all jumped on social media, your name would be forgotten about, like, not being funny. And at the end of the day, like, when you talk about cheats and stuff in the game, like, you don't know what's going on, who's holding hands with who. And like, I had a conversation with somebody at in the Morrisons earlier, like, came across as genuine, but you don't know. And it's like, I've always got my backup when it comes to like interacting in general with people, because you don't know who they are. But I was dropping truth bombs to the guy, like, saying how shit everything is because of like who's running the shop. And like, the simulation is so fucked right now. But people are like trying to distract themselves from seeing what's happening, or you got the ones that are not really strong enough, or they're scared. They'd rather be, holding hands with each other. And it's like, the ones that actually escape that come to their senses and say, hang on a minute, why am I rolling with so and so? Like, I could be going to the gym and doing my own thing. And I was like that. I used to go to the gym and just train by myself and just put in the work. And I'm actually training now, being my own cameraman. My fucking arm is killing me. But when the day comes, I've got a cameraman. You watch this space, because it's not easy. Like, doing this streaming shit. None of us want to do it, yeah. But we're all being bottlenecked into it, and I have said it, like. But then a lot of yous are like, all the same old, boring, got nothing really about you. Some people like that, but imagine like when the real people started flexing and talking about real shit that they've witnessed in life. And I don't mean like stories that you've created because you had like people with you. I mean, I'm going to say this, like, you broke the matrix by yourself, aka, yeah, whoever you know that's a gangster. You like can't keep up. I don't care if you can't keep up. Yeah, it doesn't matter. I know what I'm talking about, and trust me, I'm not on recreational drugs or nothing like that. It's just, how else are you supposed to talk and get messages and views and things across? Because like, at the end of the day, yeah, we're all divided, and they want to go strength and unity and this, that, and the other. A lot of us, we're all sitting down waiting for job opportunities, and you can't even work because you don't want to be working with a gay guy, a homosexual guy that lusting over you and trying to do the Vulcan mind meld on you. Some of you understand what I'm talking about, but yeah. And I don't care if you don't, but like you say, I mean, look at this, man. Like, yeah. They're actually doing the new bridge down there. The lighting's shit that way, so I went. But my arm's absolutely paining because I have to hold this shitty phone at a specific way. So I don't, yeah. But like, I would have been doing this shit a long time ago, yeah. But like, I'm glad I didn't, because I was having a chinwag with the. I've got so much to talk about, like, you know what I mean. I'm not, and it's hard because I'll tell everybody, but like, what's going on, but you know, I've got to get followers and things. I'm being shunned because they're dicks, and you know, Zuckerberg, Facebook got bots and stuff blocking my content. So I suppose I've got to go to YouTube and put stuff on there to get recognition. But I don't know how to like get past the algorithm. I suppose as soon as I get one performer, I wouldn't have. I'd do all my work with them and make silly videos. That's what people like in it. At the end of the day, but it's just having a chat about fishing with these youngsters, telling them how it used to be over here and that, like what the canal was like. It was filled with carp before the carp got taken out. I think people were munching on them. It used to be beautiful. You had a lovely tree line over there. What the fuck? That looks like someone's got a tent over there. That shouldn't be there. It could be wrong. I could be wrong. That shouldn't be there. I think that's in a military zone. But yeah, they're doing the new bridge. I was just, like you say, I was just happy to be talking to some youngsters, because I don't normally do youngsters, but they was on the stretch. I heard them, like their alarms buzzing and that. They ain't catching shit in here today. It's nice that they're out here, like, keeping themselves to themselves, like in the fresh air, because at the end of the day, it's not always about fishing. It's about escaping and shutting the rest of the world out, and finding your little corner where you can just calm down and meditate and all the rest of it, which is exactly why I used to do fishing, which seems stupid, but then while you're meditating, you need something to do. All the shit I used to think of when I was fishing is crazy. It really is. Like, this actual stretch of the canal has brought me so many memories, and just recently it's brought even more. And like, a lot of people would never get the blessings that I've had, so I have to count myself lucky, and I do. But yeah, I was explaining how the old bridge was here that just got taken down. Sorry, you want to see me? Yeah. And now they've finally started putting in a new one, but the process is a long one, and on the engineering side, I think it's going alright, but I don't know why they took the old one down. I think it could have possibly been because of rust or something like that. You know, I've got them now, so I'll just flip the camera. There was 2 swans. I know there's one now. I don't know where the other one's gone. But you know what I mean? On that note, I won't go into it. Just chatting, doing a video, talking about life. How I first came into fishing, which was a funny one with the lads. My older sisters friend brought me up here, started on the old float and all that in the day, and yeah, I was actually, like you say, he must have seen something in me. Really, just see that cormorant. I think he was after my sister personally, yeah, and so yeah, it was one of them ones. He's a bit of a dickhead. He used to annoy me saying that, but he had a fit sister as well. I bet she liked me. You know, she was a little bit older. But yeah, that's how it all started. He brought me up actually, and like, who wouldn't fall in love with this place? You know what I mean? Later on, lads. But it is just like you say. There's one of the swans, and they got the new bridge. I'll keep the lads out because I like to do my content and keep it in mind. But oh yeah, do you know what? I just see like could have been a big harpy's being spooked. Yeah, I'm not actually sure. But I was talking to the lads about the Farnham as well because I've done that. And like, just look at this on the back of there. That's military. It's a shame. But yeah. Lovely dose of sunshine today. I couldn't complain. I really couldn't. So a lot of streamers, they're doing the same thing, like get a little bit, oh my god, they just chucked out some bait, yeah, and already there's fish down there and they're going mad. So I think they might be moving just to get out there. Quite interesting one actually, because the place has gone so much more quieter than it used to be. This place was full of carp 20 years ago, and there's still a few in here, but they're not here like they used to be. There's a lot of tench. There's some big old perch, ice pike. Apparently there's loads of catfish. Yeah, that wouldn't surprise me. But no. You got some matey coming past on his barge now, wondering what that noise is. Yeah. There go the ducks. They got spooked. It looks like he's probably going to try to turn around. Yeah. Basically, I'm going to leave it there. So we'll do another video, and I'll probably be able to talk to you about some real shit at some point. But I was going to get into like the noise. Oh, look, no way. Just behind the other swan, so she was here. But yeah, I was right anyway, so they're spinning the boat round. What's funny though, is like, I was doing my video, so there's two guys in the swim just next to me, so they must have clocked the boat before me, because I wasn't paying attention, because I had my back turned and all that. I couldn't even hear it, it's stealthy as fuck. They must have, whether they moved on purpose, I'll go and find out in a sec, I'll ask them. But there's the kids that I was talking to, they've moved up, and I see a few fish actually up there, so they might be on something. But yeah, so this was basically the turning point for the boats. I don't know if you all know, but this part of the canal is so shallow these days that you can only go so far. So it's like, you know, I'm not surprised, because they'll only hit the bottom. They must be, like you say, they're struggling to turn or whatever. But I don't know whether to do, like, because I've just made a really big video, but I'm just chatting nonsense. But you got to start somewhere, and I might just leave this and use these people in a little edit, if you get what I'm saying. But I was talking about like live streamers, memories, how places can impact you, how you can grow in them places, sort of thing. But I didn't say it like that. I said it I was just like ramble, da 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 da. But no, it's a lovely spot, and yeah, it can bring you a lot depending on how you see it. I've had a few nice carp out here, so there she goes. That'd make a nice picture, wouldn't it? Saying that. But yeah, I'm like more interested in birds. I won't go on. I'll leave it there. Just life. You know, we might not be here tomorrow, sort of thing.